and think, do some thinking. They came and said we should be familiar with change by overcoming our fear, because behind or beyond the fear is opportunities. And so you give us some examples like Kodak. But the one I love most is his dream house.
2 acres.
With a river,
An artificial river.
So in the evening, my God, we'll just be taking a stroll, thanking God. So I will conclude this evening by talking about the growth mindset that will get you to where you are. The growth mindset. A television hostess has this phrase that she uses every time when she's on screen. If you can think it, you can do it. How many of you have heard that statement? If you can think it, you can do it. And when she started, everybody was like, who is this new girl presenting on TV? Called her own program. And if she can say it, if you can think it, you can do it. If you can think it today, suddenly, she owns a TV station. Not only owning a TV station, she has properties in film industries and everything. She's co-producing and producing mega things. So she started from humble beginning of, if you can think it, you can do it. What are you thinking of becoming? Like Chidoke, who has a dream of owning a townhouse where in the leisures of the evening you can take a walk in this artificial river. Like God. When God comes down from heaven in the cool of the evening. What is that change? What is that narrative that you need to change? But you are the architect of your own destiny. This man said, whether you think you can or you cannot, either way, you are right. That's very four. How many of you have seen 4 cars?
Yes. Continue.
Every challenge you can think of in life, this man went through it. In fact, it was even sued that he cannot start his company. How can you sue somebody who wants to start his own company? He's not saying he's going to disturb you. In spite of all the challenges he went through, he overcame and became one of the biggest and richest men in America today. But he decided to change the way things are done. But before you think of the way things are done, everything starts here. Everything starts here. If you think you can, you can. If you think you cannot, you cannot. The journey to success is not a straight road. The journey to success is not a straight road. It's full of all manner of potholes and challenges. You will fall, you will stumble, you will get up. Don't just sit down when you fall. Even the Holy Book says, when you fall 7 times, do what? Stand up again. So the journey to the top is not always the straight road, and it can never be a straight road. But there are 3 things, or 3 bus stops that you must guard jealously. The way you think, what you believe in, and what you do. In any area of your life, what do you see when you encounter challenges and failures? How do you interpret it? What keeps you going when you fall down? And finally, how do you motivate yourself? And that was shared with us. How do you motivate yourself? You must learn to do what? Motivate yourself. You must learn to think. You must learn to believe. And you must learn to act accordingly. you don't think of where you want to go, or where you want to end, or how you want to live, what you want to become in life, what you want to achieve in life, what you want to impact you want to make in life, then you are just like somebody who is going around in circles and expecting to make a change. Just like my brother said, he has a picture already in his mind. Everything he does is working towards that picture. 1 or 2 years from now, he will come and stand here and tell you, I have bought 1 land. 2 acres of land. You will remember that he said to us, oh, I want to build my house. He has started the process. When you think of where you are going, do you really believe that you can get there? Because if you don't believe you can get there, the day there's a small change, you will stop on your tracks and you won't move again. The day there's a price increase, you will say, oh, because they changed price, I'm not doing it again. The day there is inflation, you will say, before dollar was 18 naira, dollar has come to 400 naira, I'm not doing it again. Any challenge that comes your way, because you do not believe, you will not take action to get to where you are going. So, but we need to question ourselves. Is your mind like this? This is the way our mind works. When we come into contact with something, an event or a challenge, this man says, I won't do it. This man says, I can't do it. This man says, I want to do it. The other man says, how do I even do it? The other one says, I will try to do it. The other one says, I can do it. And the other one says, I will do it. The last person says, yes, I did it. Mm-hmm. Everyone here, and those people watching online, that's the way our mind works. It starts from the point of fear, like our brother shared. Can I do this thing? But you don't begin to tell yourself, I can do this thing. If I try to do more, before you know it, as long as you believe in it and you begin to put action to your belief, the next thing you find, you are here. That's the way we need to attack our business. Now, there are 2 types of mindsets. But before I go into that, somebody said the greatest asset in life is our mindset. The greatest mindset, the greatest asset in life is our mindset. 99% of the population in this world have a fixed mindset. Yes, they went to school and studied medicine because that's what their parents wanted them to study. They came out as a doctor, but they did not have anything doctor in them. They can sing this thing. So, instead of just sitting down here being a doctor and killing people because you're angry at being a doctor, why don't you just go and sing and just move on? Some people believe that, okay, if I get that job in an oil company, and I'm earning $1 million every month, I'm made. So he sits there for 20 years, 30 years, and he retires. After retirement, he realizes that he has to spend another 30 years doing nothing. And no, this black money from salary is not coming in again. He gets depressed and frustrated. His life becomes misery. It's not a great life again. He's not angry at everybody. Yet, Madam has came to this man and said, Madam, you can have earn an extra income. Alongside this, your 7 figure that you are earning every month, you can earn something. And Madam says to him or her, okay, I read somewhere that every rich man has 6 or 7 streams of income. You only have 1. Why don't you add this one? I look at it and say, made to be selling toothpaste. No, I didn't say you should come and be selling toothpaste. Says, look at system. 1,500. Okay, let me give you the money. You go and be doing this. I mean, that's a fixed mindset. The other mindset is a growth mindset. Let me use a bank for an example. Most of the banks in this country own the property that they use. Is that banking?
Mm-hmm.
Is that not real estate?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now imagine a rich man. Name any rich man. Have you seen any rich man that does anything? Now they come to you with an opportunity to add another stream of income to your life. You say, I cannot sell you. You come up with excuses, like my brother said. You give all kinds of excuses. But for the mind, for somebody who has a good mindset, is thinking, I want to make a presentation somebody one day. And the man was thinking, what should I tell the man? You want to do, man? He was giving me ideas of even me that came to do presentation. I'm like, I didn't think of that one, sir. And he was telling me, we can do this, we can do this. He didn't sign up. But he was giving me ideas thinking about it. Now, he had a growth mindset. We have no action to it. This is the way a fixed mindset works. I don't want to look like a failure. See this $95 that I'm doing, at least my salary is constant. At the end of 20 years, they'll give me a presidential handshake and I'll be okay. I feel threatened by other people's success. She's the only one that, it's because they started earlier. That's why they are the only ones succeeding. They're threatened by their successes. I don't want challenges to people. I don't want insult. I can give up I lose attention very fast. I don't like people asking me embarrassing questions. You just come up with every kind of excuse. Now, think of a growth mindset. I persevere when I'm frustrated. I'm inspired by people who are succeeding. My efforts and attitude make the difference. I like challenging myself. I want to learn more. I learn from my mistake. I can always improve. They fall down, but they tell themselves, "Now I won't stay in this place." All of you here have read the story of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Mm-hmm. At 65, starting at 65.
He started at 65 after he had retired, and they gave me a check of $108,000 as retirement benefits. Do you know that he tried to commit suicide after that collecting that check?
Yes.
He tried. He failed. Then he said to himself, then he started cooking chicken. He started preparing chicken. And people like this chicken. But that's not what his story is. He doesn't have enough money to have a shop. So he goes with his chicken from shop to shop and puts them, I'm making good chicken. Can you just display it in your counter so that people who come to it can buy? Do you know how many no's he got? Do you know how he was carrying his chicken from state to state, from city to city? Well, alas, at age of 88, how many rejections can you even count? How many no's have you received? How many insults have you received that you are giving up? Change your take much of the time, but I will leave this with you. 10 mindset statements that you must have. I will not give up. I'll keep trying. I will not do what?
Give up.
Kudeme, the same Kudeme that we're celebrating today. She told me a story that in the early days, she would pack sanitary
Flowers.
and they would go to the teaching hospital. Now, they didn't have a car. They did not qualify for anything. So they would take keke and get to the teaching hospital. Because they didn't have a car, they didn't have a place to keep the boxes of sanitary. So they would hide it by the gate house. Then she and what's her name? Uniform. They would change from their slippers to high heel
Yeah.
and powder their face with their boxes of sanitary pad and walk inside the maternity ward and go and present. And they will sell. They will sell. They will not even give me credentials. This thing works well. This thing works well, and they sell. When they run out of, they will rush down to the gate house. That is simple, Gebe. Imagine if she was abused and harassed, and she gave up that day. We will be celebrating her today. So you cannot afford to do what? You cannot afford to give up. The person with the mindset of a fixed mindset says to himself, I am not good at this. But the man who has the growth mindset says, what am I missing? There must be something I'm not doing right. I need to find it out. Instead of condemning himself and saying, I'm not good at this, he says to himself, there must be something I'm not doing well. I'm sure I'm not talking to enough. I'm sure I'm missing something. Is there something in this process is not this good until he gets that thing? The man with a fixed mindset says, I'm awesome at this. He has gotten to his bus stop like my brother said. Yeah, he's in his comfort zone. Nothing to add. I know it all. You know you go to some presentations of some people and they are looking at you like, I mean, I know all these things you are telling me. There is nothing new you are telling me. But the person who has a group mind decided is saying to himself, I'm on the right track. The person who has a fixed mindset says to himself, I give up at every little opportunity. I think it was, I forgot where I was reading. It says, price is what you pay for buying something. Value is what you get in return. When people tell you, your things are too expensive. I saw an advert. Many of you have read the vehicle called Lamborghini. The makers of Lamborghini said, we don't do TV adverts. Because the people that buy our cars don't sit around watching TV. Those people, they don't have time to sit around watching Telemundo. The man with the fixed mind says, this is too hard, it's too difficult. I cannot come and die, I cannot come and kill myself. The person with a good mindset, I will use some of the strategies we have learned. This may take some time or effort, but I'm ready to pay the great sacrifice. What have you sacrificed? Yes. Now with the fixed mindset says, I can't make this any better. The people who started earlier have finished the whole thing. There's no point. What me that just come yesterday, there's no point. They take the money, let them enjoy this. The person who has a growth mindset says, I can always improve, so I'll keep trying. Then the likes of Charles Campbell comes. All these star directors that made it in 2, 3, 5 years. Me that just came today, I will change the narrative here. And change it. I made it star director in less than a year. And everybody's like, who is this person? Who is this person? Charles Campbell, Charles Campbell. Because he did not close his mind. The person with a closed mind said, I just can't do maths. When you hear some people will say, I can't do maths, it's too difficult. The mindset. But if you keep your mind open, you say to yourself, I'm going to train my brain to understand these maths. Beloved, when you have a closed mind, you always see challenges as, I made a mistake, I have failed, I have this. All the excuses you can think of, you are familiar with them. The man with the growth mindset looks at failures and challenges and mistakes. Say, mistakes help me to learn better. So when you fail in the lesson, don't forget to learn from the mistake. Person with a fixed mindset will say, oh, the person is so smart, I'm not that smart. So let me not try. But the person who has a target, who knows where he is going, who believes in where he or she is going, who is working towards it, will say, I'm going to figure out how to get there. Somebody will say to himself, it's not good enough. But the way to go about it is tell yourself, we'll get there together. We'll get there together. So I want to close by this, saying this. I don't fix problems. I fix my thinking. Their problems fix themselves. I don't do what? It's fix problems. Meaning you don't see problems. Yes, you are not making headway today. Why am I not making the headway? Put on your thinking hat. If they say a star director has 70, 80, 100,000 people, 200,000 people under them, and you want to be a star director, what do you think you will be doing? To acquire 200,000 people under your tree. But you are busy complaining. I spoke to 10 people last week. We are talking of 200 people. You are talking of 10,000 of 10 people. Can you ever get there? But you look at it and say, no. It took Udeme 7 years to get to standard perform. It took this person this number of years, and they have this number of people. Then let me cross my own graph on how to get there. Because out of every 10 people you speak to, there's only one person that will sign up. If you are blessed. So, if you want 10 people, how many people will you talk to? 100. If you want 100 people, 1,000. So, just do the maths. So, when 9 people are abusing you, not today. Next, you just told us just now. We do what? Next. Now today, did he abuse? Give me tattoo. No. Is this smelling on me? No. So next. Learn to say next. Learn to move. Never let your next dry up. If your next dries up, then you don't have people to talk to again. I've seen people who grew from rags to riches. I've also seen people who from riches came down to nothing. How do you want to be celebrated? Celebration in your midlife is okay. But celebration the evening of your life is more important. How are you planning to be celebrated when you are in your 70, you are 80? Are you ready to pay the sacrifice of not seeing the problems, of fixing problems, of fixing your thinking, so that the problems can fix themselves? God bless you.